Hello, and welcome back to another pen talk. Thank you very much for tuning in and sharing with me my experiences exploring the wide world of pens. Yeah, I have a new pen in front of me. Been a fair number of reviews already on the pen. I've watched a few of them, so hopefully I bring something new to the table, something of interest, and maybe you can better decide whether this is a pen you would like to write with, use, have in your collection. You may recognize it. It's a Jinhao 1935. Came in this plastic sleeve. Bought it on Amazon, and it arrived very, very quickly, less than 2 weeks. Here's that listing on Amazon. The price was phenomenal, $15 US delivered price. So let's explore this pen. Let's see if it's worthy of exploring and showing to you. So stay tuned. We're going to dive in. So the first thing when you pick up the pen, it has a nice weight, not too light, not too heavy. I'd say a little bit on the heavy side of pens. We'll give you the weights. Some interesting design elements. So one of the things that's obvious to me is this is a Chinese pen with Chinese design elements. And in the Western world, we can understand and appreciate it. I'll give you a link to some of the history behind 1935, the guitar, and as we take off the cap in 1 1/4 turns, the machetes on the medium nib. And the pen is actually much lighter. The cap has a fair amount of weight to it. It fits very well in the hand. That beefy section feels good in my hand. That number 8 nib looks nice. Aesthetically, I enjoy the clear and the red. And you may ask if it posts. And since it's a cartridge converter, this end cap is just decorative. And yes, it posts. Not very deep, and that cap does have a fair amount of weight to it. It does back weight the pen, significant in my hand, in the way it feels in my hand. So, but if you need to put the cap someplace, you can put it at the end of the barrel. So here I have the pen partially disassembled just to show you the bits and pieces. One of the things that I'm just impressed with is the plating quality on this pen is excellent. Very clean surface, no pits, good polish, nice design elements. Really shows up very, very well. And I'm very happy that Jinhao is now labeling the cap bands with not only the model number, 1935, but also the name. The barrel is very transparent. I'm pretty certain it's injection molded, and part of that is evident because of these little ribs that are there at the top of the transparency. We'll investigate with the LED and the bit, but everything is just extremely nicely done. Nice O-ring there at the bottom to seal up when you assemble the pen. Your number 8 size Jinhao nib with the current most popular nib collar, but interesting, no Jinhao Chariot on it. That's new. And the machetes there, which are in, it appears to be no, it's still gold plating, the Jinhao Chariot and M for medium. It's always nice that they continue to do that. And there is nice tipping on the nib. And my medium Jinhao nibs, number 8s, have worked very, very well. And again, this upscale converter, large size, large capacity. It screws into the section. It's your 2.6 millimeter opening, which is what is there at the end of that nib assembly. And that's where the converter fits very secure, very well. And the clear and gold of the converter really works well when it's inside of the barrel. And yes, I do say that you could eyedropper this pen if you wanted. Yes, there's some metal here at the end of the section, but as long as you're not using an alkaline Japanese ink, you should be okay. And yes, we are in dark mode. And to me, the LED light is kind of like my version of an X-ray, because it gets to show you the bits and pieces. We can look inside the cap and we can see that nice ledge there, which the section butts up against when you tighten down that cap. And also we can really look at the barrel here. Yeah, there's some fingerprints on it. But if we go inside the barrel with the light, we'll see how it's constructed. Yes, there's some threads there. So this end finial is, I'm assuming, glued and screwed down. And there's that decorative ring there. So that's just nice to see. But of course, when you look at it this way, you're not going to see the threads. Henceforth, the LED X-ray reveals some of the methods this pen was used to be put together. So here we have some size comparisons. A Pelikan M800, considered a large pen. The Jinhao 1935 is certainly larger, both in length and girth. Here's a Wingsung 630 and a Jinhao 9019, both also very large pens. But I think the shape and design of the 1935, I enjoy that. You know, these two have bullet ends. This has a flat end, which is what Pelikan is known for, a design that has lasted for many decades. Actually, probably over 50 years, but it's another discussion for another day. And also, I think aesthetically, the pen has its own look. And that's the key thing. You can get a standard looking pen, and pens look the same for 50 years. You can get some other designs if you're into large pens. But at the end of the day, it's a personal preference. It's a pen. So if I like the way that it looks and I like the way that it writes, then I like the pen. What do you think? The nib, as expected, writes well. This is a light ink, so therefore it's going to be a little bit light, but it's a great looking color. A really nice orange. It's a pretty sunny orange. And the nib is fairly wet. Yeah, I had a little bit of issues here, but I think that was from the orientation. And I just inked it up, and it hasn't really settled in like you should give a pen a couple days and a couple pages, but I'm not waiting. I wanted to show it to you. So we're at the conclusion of this video review. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, interact. Always appreciated. So I like the pen. It's not a pen I would buy more of, but I certainly appreciate the one that I have. So I think the aesthetics work well in that sunny orange ink looks great in that converter. As you can see, I got a full fill, just one little air bubble there. So one of the things that I think I would have done and changed differently is that black O-ring shows between the threads and that gold colored ring at the top of the section. So if they used a clear O-ring there, you wouldn't notice it, and it wouldn't detract, I think, from the lines and aesthetics of the pen. And like I said, it feels good in the hand. Yeah, I'm not a poster, and this is not a pen I would post, but you can if you want. Do I recommend the pen? For $15, you can't go wrong. It writes well. Has 2 milliliters of ink in here. That's a lot of ink, twice as much as most cartridges and converters hold. So that makes it a good pen for long-term writing. Can you carry it and knock it about? I would say yes. My other Jinhaos survive, being in a pen case and knocking around in a briefcase and a knapsack and things of that nature. So Jinhao has, again, continued to evolve their number 8 nibs and their large converters into new designs. And I think they've done a good job. Obviously, the historical references are very Chinese, but you can still appreciate the pen as it is, visually entertaining. So I hope this video finds everyone safe, healthy, and happy, finding a pen you can enjoy and love and write with. So with that, I would like to thank everyone for watching. Yes, it's so smooth you don't hear it on the paper, and this paper has some decent texture to it. So we will say bye. Nice color ink too.